everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a review on the LA Girl Pro Mastery Eyeshadow Palette. If you do want to see a review and a demo, please keep watching. This palette retails for $14.99 at Target, $18 on the LA Girl website, and $11.99 at Ulta. I purchased mine in store at Target. I was at Target because I needed to pick up more makeup wipes. Since I was already in the makeup aisle, I decided to go around. While they started carrying LA Girl, I saw this palette and I was intrigued. It's a 16 pan eyeshadow palette, plus it has a mirror. Let me just show you guys a closer look on what it looks like. Here's a closer look on what the packaging looks like. It is so pretty. It's very pink. And then on the back, you do have the shade names and the ingredients at the bottom, and then it has a little bit about the application. So let's go ahead and open this palette up. I'm gonna try not to blind you guys with the mirror. Here are what the shadows look like. Let me remove this plastic film so you guys can get a closer look. This plastic film does have the shade names on it. Here are what all 16 shades, and then of course we have that mirror. It's not a high quality mirror. I do want to read a little bit about this eyeshadow palette on Target's website. Hashtag you are the pro. Pro Eyeshadow 16 color palettes bring you expertly coordinated shades with high intensity shimmer and soft pigmented mattes. This collection was created and designed for professional makeup artists, inspiring beauty creatives, and the day-to-day makeup lovers. Artistry brings out your creative skill with bold, vibrant pops of color and complementing transitions. Mastery masters the basics, featuring silky smooth rosy tones and wearable neutrals. Complete your makeup kit like the pros. Let's go ahead and start with the swatches. The first shade is called Aficionado. Wow, it's pigmented. Let's blend it out. Wow, I was not expecting it to swatch that well. The second shade is called Boss. This is a shimmer shadow. It feels so nice in the pan. It has a little bit of fallout. So pigmented. The next shade is called Skills. The matte shades so far are so soft in the pan. Again, very pigmented. Let's blend this matte shadow out. Wow. The last shade in the top row is called Profesh. Again, very pigmented. I went ahead and blended out that shadow. It's gorgeous. The first shade in the second row is called Lovely. Let's blend out this matte shadow. I do want to build up the shade in Lovely. That's much better. These are buildable. The next shade is called Conquer. Conquer is another beautiful shade. Let's blend it out. The next shade is called Fangirl. Fangirl is so vibrant. The last shade in the second row is called Devotee. This would be a great transition shade for me. Let's blend it out. Can barely see that shade. I do want to build up this shadow since you can't barely see it. But there we go. Blend it out once more. Much better. The first shade in the third row is called Expert. Another shimmer shadow. Here we have Expert. Another pigmented shadow. The next shade is called Proper. Gorgeous. The next shade is called Pretty. Not as pigmented. Let's try to blend it out. A little bit better. The last shade in the fourth row is called Maven. I love that burgundy. Let's try and build up this burgundy shadow. The first shade in the last row is called Polished. So buttery in the pan. I love how that's swatched with one swipe. The next shade is called Aces. Here's what Aces looks like, another beautiful shimmer shadow. The next shade is called Guru. I'm gonna try and squeeze this shadow down to my elbow. Look how pigmented that is. The last three shades are so pigmented. The last shade in the palette is called Dapper. Again, I'm gonna try to squeeze this shadow at the very bottom. Hopefully you guys can see it. Here we have all 16 shades swatched on the back of my hand. Now we're gonna create a look using this palette. I tilted the mirror sideways, that way it's not reflecting so much. Taking a fluffy brush, we're gonna dip into the shade Devotee. We're gonna be applying that all over our crease. I love how that shade blended out. Let's do the other eye. Here's how that shade blended out. It blended out so evenly and so quickly. Using the same fluffy brush, we're gonna dip into the shade Proper. We're gonna be applying this shadow right below the first shade. Taking it right here and blending it. We don't wanna cover up what we did. Just wanna soften it downwards, like so. Do you guys see how I softened that first shadow just a little bit? That's what I was trying to create. So let's do that on the other eye. Another thing I do want to point out is that I'm not experiencing any fallout. Taking a flat packer brush, we're going to dip into the shade Polished. We're going to be applying that in the center of our lid. The shimmer shadows are a little bit chunkier and they do have a bit of fallout, as you guys can see. We will clean up underneath our eyes at the very end. Doing the same thing for the other eye, packing that shadow in and blending it out just a little bit. Using that same brush, we're going to dip into the shade Boss. We're going to be applying that in our inner corner and dragging it up just a little bit. Just like that. Blending it out just a little bit. Taking a small flat brush, we're going to dip into the shadow Pretty. We're going to be applying that on our outer V. I'm actually going to swap my brush for a more dense brush, dipping back into the shadow in Pretty and applying that in our outer V. Something like this on my outer V. I'm loving the look so far. I'm going to be applying mascara. For mascara, of course, I'm using my L'Oreal Unlimited. I'm going to clean the fallout from my eyes and I'll be right back with my final thoughts on the palette. I've cleansed the fallout underneath my eyes and I applied a lip. The lipstick shade I do have on is by L'Oreal. This is in the shade Brilliant Brown. If you guys have not seen yesterday's video, I'll link it right over here in the cards if you guys are interested. My final thoughts on this palette is that I really did like the matte shades. They're buildable, they're blendable. I did also like how the shimmer shades did apply on my eyes, even though the shimmer shadows are a little bit chunkier in the pan. Whenever I do use this palette, I will be doing my eyes first and then my face makeup. I would definitely recommend you guys checking this palette out. If you guys did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video.